Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. We're going to dive right into it. So you probably already heard sleeper cells are being activated. Muslim extremists, illegal immigrants, sleeper cells are being activated all across this country. Last night, down in Texas, a man who came here from North Africa under Obama, wearing a Property of Allah shirt, went out and killed 3 Americans that were out having fun, right? They were out on the town for the night. And under that shirt was another shirt with the Iranian flag. Just moments ago in Washington, D.C., on a highway, someone ran out stabbing and shooting people. There's at least 4 people confirmed stabbed. We do not know their condition at the morning. We're going to pray for them. Keep all of that in your prayers. The sleeper cells are here. They're being activated. Protect yourself and your family. Next, I want to play you this clip. What happens when it is proven without a shadow of a doubt that the 2020 election was rigged and stolen, that Trump is the true winner, that we have senators and congresspeople serving right now that are illegitimate? Constitutional crisis. Smash that thumbs up, subscribe. Let's roll the clip.
So this is a question that I've really wanted to ask you, like sincerely, Mike, is what happens when you're able to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that at least 10,000 votes were fraudulent, because that was the margin of victory, that Joe Biden didn't win this state, that these 2 senators who also won, and it's amazing. I couldn't believe, I was blown away when I was pulling up this data yesterday with Barry Loudermilk, who's a congressman from Georgia. The 2 senators from Georgia, they won by the exact same margins, exact same vote tallies, same numbers. It was like perfectly algorithmic. And it's like, wait a second, what happens now if you actually say there are illegitimate senators that are serving, that were not duly elected, and that this election didn't go for Joe Biden and went for Donald? What happens there exactly, constitutionally, Mike?
It's a good question, Ben. I mean, Democrats have been rigging and stealing elections for decades, including Kennedy's. So it's Democrats are very good at this, and it's unacceptable. I mean, it's truly unacceptable if, first of all, we know the election in 2020 was rigged and stolen because the Democrats violated the elections clause under the U.S. Constitution by unilaterally using COVID as an excuse to change election laws and not having state legislatures or Congress change the election laws. You can't just do that. That violates the elections clause. And remember what they did with COVID. They used COVID as an excuse to mass mail live ballots out to old voter lists, including college students who have moved 10 times since the last election. These live ballots pile up in mailboxes, in dorms, and apartments. And the only way you can stop the voter fraud is through signature verification. But the Democrats made signature verification meaningless. They turned the machines down to where it would not catch signatures that were wrong because apparently COVID changed our signatures, right? That's the tell that this election was rigged and stolen, is they got rid of signature verification. That's separate from the fact that if you have our voting machines hacked and tampered with by foreign governments, that's act of war material. Like that's like that is some bad stuff. That's treason. That's act of war. I mean, if people actually did this, they need to go to prison for the rest of their lives at a minimum.
So, ladies and gentlemen, right now we are in a fight on all fronts in this nation. We're talking about terrorists, the border. We're talking about all these sleeper cells. Trump is trying to, not just save, but redeem a booming economy. And then, when without a shadow of a doubt, it is proven in the court of law that 2020 was rigged, what happens then? It's going to be some very interesting times ahead. A bumpy road for sure. But I think with God's grace and help, we will get through all of this. God bless you. Let me know what you think. I'll keep you updated.